Girl, Jaguar Wright is back like she never left. And this time, she seems to have Michelle Obama in her crosshairs. Y'all know how some fans have been convinced for years that Joan Rivers was right when she claimed that Michelle Obama is secretly a man. Well, it looks like Jaguar Wright also believes this conspiracy theory, and she just might be about to blow this entire case open. Y'all know that Jaguar is as messy as they come, and the things she has to say about the Obamas will leave you shook af. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you spent any time online, you probably run into those rumors about Michelle supposedly being a man. It's one of those conspiracy theories that's been around forever, with people claiming she's actually Michael LaVaughn Robinson. Oh, and fans who believe the conspiracy theory often point to this one moment where Michelle herself seemed to slip up.
Being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a Black man.
And now Jaguar's decided to dig those old rumors back up and spotlight them again in 2025. She kicked things off by bringing up the infamous Michael moments. Over the years, people have pointed to clips where Barack Obama accidentally calls Michelle Michael or Mike. And those slip-ups keep getting passed around as supposed proof.
Distinguished guests, men and women of the finest military in the world. Most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's...
Most people would brush it off as just a slip, but the thing is, it wasn't the only time it happened.
Is anything scary?
When Michelle's mad.
And like I said, the rumors have been around for a hot minute. And it's not just Michelle and Barack's constant slip-ups. The first so-called receipt people point to is an alleged statement from Dr. Rafael Espinazo. He supposedly treated Michelle during the 2008 campaign and claimed he knew what he saw, hinting that Michelle Obama wasn't who everyone believed she was. He said, Michelle Obama is not a woman who used to be a man. Michelle Obama is just a man with breast implants and a huge shaving bill. On the campaign trail, no medical staff were allowed to go near her other than to take vitals if she got sick, which she never did. I know what I know because I walked in on him while he was taking a leak, standing up in a bathroom in Trenton. They paid me millions for my silence. But after seeing what they did to this country, I just can't keep quiet. Let them sue me. Now let's hit pause for a second. A lot of people question whether Espinazo even exists. There's no medical paperwork and no solid proof that this doctor is credible at all. But that's not where the rumors stop. Another claim floating around is that records from the Illinois State Board of Elections listed Michelle as male from 1994 all the way until 2008. The same year it was changed to female, right as Barack was running for president. The next thing we knew, Michelle's family was dragged into Themix. And that's where things really get messy. The claim was that Malia and Sasha aren't actually Michelle's biological daughters. According to Theramers, Malia and Sasha's real parents were supposedly close Obama family friends, Dr. Anita Blanchard, a Chicago physician, and her husband, Martin Nesbitt. People claimed that Michelle's IVF story was just a cover and that the Blanchards stepped in to provide the children who were then raised as Obamas. This one isn't new. It's been floating around online for years. Supporters of the theory point to how the Blanchards were always on vacation with the Obamas in Hawaii, attending White House events and showing up more often than your typical family friends. To make matters even messier, Jaguar Wright allegedly added fuel to the fire by bringing Joan Rivers into the mix. Do you all remember that clip of Joan casually telling the paparazzi that Michelle is transgender?
Do you think that the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
It was quick, shady, and very on brand for Joan. But just a few weeks later, she passed away from complications during what was supposed to be a routine surgery. Since then, conspiracy theorists have been trying to connect the dots back to the Obamas.
That's basically how they lost Joan Rivers.
Well,
from neglect. Like
that was okay.
They were taking a selfie with her.
You have a problem with this, theoretically. You're operating on a celebrity. There's this thing they can do with their surges. Oh, I'm taking care of Joan Rivers, and maybe I'll just do a shortcut, and I won't do this, and I don't want to mess up. She's telling jokes next week. They don't do the, hey, if A, then B, if B, then C. They go, well, let's just, I don't want to, do anything too aggressive.
It was strange enough that she passed away during a procedure that was supposed to be almost risk-free. But if that wasn't enough, the official reports showed that there were a number of medical errors that contributed to her death. For example, authorities found the facility failed to respond to the comedian's waning vital signs, failed to record her weight before sedating her, performed procedures to which she did not consent, and allowed a staff member to photograph Rivers while she was anesthetized. The fact that someone took a photo of her while she was under anesthesia has fueled speculation that it might have been meant as proof for someone with a motive, though we'll get to that part in a bit. Beyond the medical malpractice angle, there were also conflicting reports about what actually happened after Joan went into cardiac arrest. According to official sources, records conflict about whether physicians attempted to revive her about minutes later, or whether it took another 10 minutes to give Rivers doses of meant-to-treat cardiac arrest. One report states physicians started chest compressions at 9:28 a.m. and gave Rivers doses of the two the same time. A second record says Rivers was given those same medications at 9:38 a.m., fully 10 minutes later. I don't know about y'all, but it fully sounds like people forgot to get their story straight, and they ended up with two very different versions of what happened. Things got even stranger when Obama's White House personal chef, Tafari Campbell, died after drowning near the Obama family home in Martha's Vineyard. Reports say he was paddling at Edgartown Great Pond with a woman who also works for the Obamas. But he fell into the water and never resurfaced. They're currently in the water, Interview 5 sonar, but it was already too late. Official reports say the Obamas weren't home when it happened. But there were several Secret Service agents at the scene, which some people found a bit odd. Police quickly ruled his death an accident, but that didn't sit right with everyone. They claimed Tafari drowned because he didn't know how to swim, but people close to him insist he was an excellent swimmer and diver. Plus, the spot where he drowned was only about 8 feet deep, so it didn't make sense for a strong swimmer to go under like that. Things got even more suspicious when it came out that Tafari had been working on a tell-all book before he died. Now, some are speculating that he might have named Obama in it, and that someone wanted to silence him. Then Jaguar even brought Barack's half-breed brother there, Malik Obama, into the mix. He's someone who's long been known for stirring the pot online. Malik has been trolling the Obamas for years, even posting things like, "Is Michelle Michael?" and calling her Big Mike in tweets that quickly went viral. In this post, he said, "No, I cannot confirm or deny the legend of Big Mike, aka Michael LaVaughn Robinson. Folks, please don't ask me that question again." He also made this super shady post tweeting, "I, Malik Obama, will campaign against Michelle Obama when she runs for president." Later, he corrected himself, changing it to he, she. When you line up all these rumors, you can see how Jaguar stacks her storm. But there's the catch. Every time she drops another receipt, there's someone online fact-checking, debunking, or pointing out that she's been recycling the same story for years. She has no receipt for her claims about Michelle. And as for Malik Obama, well, let's just say that everyone knows that he will say almost anything to make Michelle and Barack look bad. However, when you consider all the small details and rumors about Michelle, a pattern begins to form. And we have to wonder if Jaguar and all the other conspiracy theorists might be right about Michelle lying to our faces this entire time. But now I want to know what you guys think about this. So drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.